So, hey everybody, it's now been a week since I put up the last video that you saw me on. So, again, I don't know when I'm going to release this. I just thought I would put up a video and show you the finished product of my sign. I love it. It came out perfect. I put it on my door yesterday. If you've watched the previous video explaining the neighbor situation that I'm sort of in, I still do have a lock on my gate that is by my driveway. It's the surrounding fence with the gate that I walk into to get into my house, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is show you. I hate opening this. I swear to God, I hate opening it. Yeah, I'm being a little paranoid, but you know what? So, this is my sign. This is my sign that I made with my own little two hands. I love it. And, so this is what I'm talking about. I hope we have no little escapees here. So, there always has to be somebody walking by. I swear to God, it's like the busiest street in my city. So, hopefully you can see that gate right there. And I will check the footage before I upload. But, yeah, there's a lock on it. So, I don't know how appropriate that sign is right now. But, maybe, maybe he's sort of gotten the hint by now. I can't see him between last Thursday and let's just say Saturday, or even yesterday, or even sometime this morning when I wasn't here, that he would have tried to come by. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. I could be very, very wrong. And he can't get to my door. And if for some reason he decides to hop over my fence, that's another thing. That is beyond crossing the line. That's invasion of privacy. That's like you're on my private property. I don't think he'd go that far. But I just can't figure out why. Why all the attention all of a sudden towards me? And if you're, a single person living alone and they know you're living alone and you don't have basically anybody coming to the house, and I try to do things pretty unscheduled back at my old house, you would basically need to watch me for a week and figure out my schedule. It wasn't that hard. I mean, especially with caregivers. It was very, very easy to tell when I was there, when the caregivers came, when they left, when I would come and go, when I would be home, it was very, very easy. So I try to just do things a little bit differently here. Go out different times during the day. I may be gone half an hour. I may be gone 20 minutes. I may be gone 2 hours. I may be gone by 9. I may be gone by 10. I may take a random trip in the afternoon. When I am here and I know I'm not going anywhere, my car is generally in the garage, or like right now it's in the driveway because I'm going to be taking the girls to the drive-through bank. Just waiting for my phone to charge. So, I mean, I try to, oh, we don't know if she's home, or is she home type thing. So, it's just a horrible, horrible feeling because I used to love to go outside in the front yard and I mean, I can't let it, rule my life, but I don't want to put myself in a situation of being uncomfortable. I'm going through So much mentally. It's not even funny. Actually called a therapist today. More of an office. So I got their answering machine and I'm waiting for them to call me back. I have another appointment with my primary care physician next Tuesday. They're actually doing me a solid and I can bring Kamiley with me. And it's not for fun and games, by no means. She really calms me down. She gives me comfort. She is my therapy dog, whether she's licensed or not, or legit or not. I just didn't want to show up, with her and have there be an issue or have me be turned away and then, blah, blah, blah. And my doctor loves dogs. She's like, if it were up to me, absolutely. But she said, I did check with the office manager. We sort of have a don't ask, don't tell policy. We have had other patients bring their dogs in. And I'm like, wow, okay, so at least I wouldn't be like this, trendsetter that decides to bring her dog in. So while I was going to try to see her this week, she didn't have any openings. It's a wonderful, wonderful office. I've spoken of it before. They have their own app. You can make your own appointment on their app, so you can visually see what availability she has. And my thought process was get me in the first appointment, take her with me, and get the hell out. I didn't want to go during the day. I didn't want to go towards the end of the day because of traffic and stuff. So the first available first appointment is not until next Tuesday, which is fine. But I just wanted to, get there, get over there, get parked, get her up there. Hopefully they'll all love her pink tail and she'll be a good girl and I won't hear any barking out of that mouth because she's got a mouth on her. So, but I'm really struggling. I'll be the first to say it. I am really hurting. I can't attribute it to anything. I'll say this until, till the end of eternity, but I want to go home. I want to go back to Burlingame. I want to go back to my house. And it isn't even, I know the house is gone. I know the house will never be mine, ever. But if I could just go back to Burlingame. The bar was set so high with my home. Nothing will ever compare. Nothing. I don't care if it's a mansion. I don't care if it's a beachfront property in Maui. Nothing will ever compare or replace my home, my childhood home. So, I don't know. I miss it so much. Like now, I'm like, should we... That's what I mean. I've been crying so much. Out of the blue. Just a thought, a random memory, and I'm just a hot mess. So what I was going to say was, there's two ways we can go. We can go north or we can go south. Because there's very limited drive-through Bank of Americas around here. Literally, one in the town adjacent to where I used to live. I'm sorry, the town where I used to live, and then the town where I live right now. So, part of me in my heart, I just want to go back to Burlingame. And yeah, it's further. And yeah, it's, big deal. It's almost 2 o'clock, so we probably will end up just going to the local one, because school gets out and, people are being picked up and all that fun stuff. And even now that I'm thinking about it, we should get going because there's a couple schools around here and it's quite a challenge to get around the schools. So as much as I want to go back to Burlingame, it's so hard to come home, to come here. Tomorrow I have to go over to get prescriptions. I have to go back to the vet to get a different flea medication, and I owe my doctor's office some coffees. I always would bring them cups of coffee from Starbucks, and I didn't do that last week or week before last or whenever it was. So I want to do that for them. They're always, you know, they're so kind to me, and I always try to pay it forward. And I also want to get my vet tech her cup of coffee. And thankfully my cousin had sent me a Starbucks gift card. So by no means am I, you know, paying for it. And because I really don't drink coffee that much, and Starbucks really isn't that close to me, before it was a mile down the hill. Now it's, my closest one is probably inside of Target, or there's another one outside of Target at a mall, and I really don't find myself over there that much, so I'll just give, you know, cups of coffee away whenever I feel like it. So that's what's going on. Again, I don't know when I'll be releasing this, but it will be, if you watch in order, it should be like the Michaels haul, and then the blinds, and like a chit chat video, and then this one. So at least, I mean, I miss you guys so much. I miss going to Dollar Tree. I miss my car vlogs. I just don't have it in me. You know, everything may be okay on the surface, and you don't know what people are suffering behind the smile, or behind the I look okay but I'm really not. So I've been watching YouTube videos at night and catching up on a lot of my favorites, you know. So sorry I don't comment. I just, you know, I'm not going to comment at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning or whatever in the morning. But I am watching, I am liking, and so I'd appreciate if you do the same for me. Thumbs it up, and that is if I haven't disabled that. Sometimes I don't want to answer any questions. I don't feel like having to explain myself, and I know suggestions, or, you know, why don't you do this, or why don't you do that, or, you know, here's what I'm suggesting you do. I appreciate it completely, but unless you walk in my shoes, you don't have an understanding of how hard day-to-day life is here, minute by minute, hour by hour. It's just, I keep saying all I want to do is just wake up. I just want to wake up from this. I just want to wake up and just, it's all a dream. It's all, I don't want to say a bad dream. I just want to say it's just a dream. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be home. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to get to see my mom, or I'm going to see my dad. Or Kamiley's still a puppy. I don't care if my mom was still sick. I don't care. Would I like to have her back here? Well, absolutely. But I would take her back, even if, quote unquote, she didn't know who I was. But I think she did. I mean, nobody will ever tell me differently, but I would take her back that way in a minute. In a minute. So, anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, and you'll see this when you see this. Okay? Bye.